What is up, everyone? Let me see here. Thought I had a banner going. All right. I'm doing this on my phone, so bear with me. I should be able to see comments on this as well. Excited to talk to you all tonight. We're going to be talking about uh, removing the subconscious financial blocks. There have been so many powerful subconscious blocks that have been put on humanity to keep people in a mindset of poverty, to keep people in a mindset of fearing financial loss, and to keep people stuck in either living paycheck to paycheck or stuck in this deep fear of not being protected, not being safe. And so much of what we think about and focus on, we bring into our experience. And since we are young, there's specific programs that have been run on humanity to keep them in a financial mindset of lack. So as I've written on there, a lot of people focus on, I just need a better job, or I need to make more money, or I need some kind of financial miracle, which in the short term, that would work. But if you don't actually go in and remove and reprogram the mindset that has been programmed into you, to your knowledge or not to your knowledge, then you're going to co-create the same exact situation that you're in from a financial standpoint. So I'm going to speak briefly on that. I'm going to be going over this this is one of the 6 sections that I'm going to be doing on my 6-week empowerment container. I'm going to be taking 12 people through. One of them is conscious entrepreneurship, how to start and build a successful conscious business. Because I truly feel that this new earth, a big part of it's going to be co-created by conscious entrepreneurs. So one of the 6 sections I'm going to be going over in the 6 weeks is the energetic and physical aspects to starting a conscious business, which also has to do with the mindset, the financial mindset that I've found to be really beneficial in my experience. I've had the blessing to not just create one business, but 2, and one of them more matrix oriented and one more conscious. So, but they're both conscious. Anyway, I don't want to go too much into it. What I want to focus on are some really powerful tips to removing subconscious financial blocks. Now, again, I'm going to go hyper into detail and go through from A to Z during my container, but I at least want to give some info here that anyone can use and start implementing in their day. And as long as you practice these and you're consistent and dedicated to it and you have patience, you're going to start to see shifts in your life. So happy to share some of those. I am doing this on my phone right now. I'm streaming it on multiple platforms, but it only allows me to see comments from one platform. So if you are leaving comments and I don't respond, I will get back to you when this is all done. Okay. First off, we're going to get a little deep right off the bat. So remember that everything is energy, and the feeling and vibration that you experience when you do things, what you're putting out there, you're getting back. So one quick tip that you can utilize right off the bat, think about how you feel. Remember, everything is how you feel, right? The thought creates the feeling puts out the vibration attracts the experience. Okay. Now, because there's been so much ingrained fear and there's been so much depth of fear-based programming out there, it heavily leaks into the financial world. So one thing people do that they don't realize makes a massive difference is when you spend money, think about what feeling you have when you're spending money in the moment. Because remember, an energy exchange is essential in anything, right? So not getting too much into conscious business, but one freaking virus in the spiritual community is people thinking, in my experience, purely my experience, people wanting to grow a conscious business but not charging anything. There has to be an energy exchange. And if you want to build a business, you need profit and you can help a lot more people. That's a whole nother topic. But remember, there has to be an energy exchange. Now, during the energy exchange of you spending the money, what are you feeling in that instance? A lot of people, without them even realizing it, are feeling fear. So they go to make this energy exchange of something they're purchasing or what they're making, and they put a fear vibration, a fear financial loss vibration into the energy exchange of what they're spending. When you do that, during that energy exchange, you are going to have a much better chance of co-creating a financial experience of loss. So I'm going to show you what people do, and I'm going to show you a tip in my experience of how to fix that. A different perspective, right? So most people usually do unknowingly is when they spend money, they get tense, they have fear, they're like, oh my gosh, this is, they start to think about all the things that could go wrong. So become aware of that and stop. And I want you, in the moments before you spend the money, take a breath and think of financial abundance. And I want you to take this affirmation I'm going to give you, and I want you to utilize this affirmation when you start spending money. Okay? Especially if it's a larger purchase, but any purchase really. Okay? The money I spend comes back to me multiplied from expected and unexpected sources. The money I spend comes back to me multiplied from expected and unexpected sources. Breathe that in and think about that when you're spending money. Utilize that affirmation. Say it to yourself. The money I spend comes back to me multiplied from expected and unexpected sources. Say that, feel it, and utilize that when you're spending money. Remember, think so much deeper. This is this conscious awareness, this ascension, this beautiful way we're evolving as a collective. You got to think deeper into what the actions are you're taking and the thoughts and feelings behind them all. So instead of the same trap most people fall into of just being in fear and like spending but not really wanting to spend and putting out the fear vibration, and then you're co-creating more lack, and then it just becomes a snowball effect of whatever, debt and lack, you're changing it. Now, when you're spending, you're telling the universe and using the power of co-creation that you have in you to tell the universe, no, what I'm spending here, I'm going to get back multiplied, and I'm open, and it's going to come from expected and unexpected sources. So that's one. It's powerful. Please utilize it. Remember, and all my little employees that are probably, I see a few of them on here right now. What's up, Zay? Remember, information plus application equals transformation. So I can give you all the information in the world, but if you don't apply it, then nothing's going to happen. So these things I'm talking about, write them down, try and utilize them, and nothing to lose, right? At least do it to prove me wrong. But it's going to work. This works. I've used this to totally transform my world and other people's as well that I've mentored and are professionally trained or personally mentored. So utilize that. Okay. So when you're spending money, become consciously aware of it and use that affirmation. And make sure when you're spending it, you're feeling good. You're thinking, you're looking at your bank account, you're visualizing it growing and growing. Like all of these things are, look, oh, yeah, what's that? Megan was trying to dance and distract me. What's that? Go ahead. Say hi to everyone. She was trying to dance and distract me, so I put her on the camera. Anyway, that's the beauty of doing it live, right? Use that. It's powerful, y'all. Do it. So as you all know, what you think and focus on and feel is constantly like you're attracting the experience of that, right? So start being intentional about utilizing abundance-based mindset training methods. There's a really, oh yeah, shit. I'll drop the link here. There's a very powerful YouTube video that my wife and I listen to, Megan and I listen to sometimes. And remember, your brain right before you go to sleep and while you're sleeping, it's a great time to be playing beats or affirmations. There's a really powerful financial affirmation you can utilize before you go to sleep and while you're sleeping, and it goes into your subconscious mind. Just because you're not listening doesn't mean it's not working in your mind. So find abundance meditations and find abundance affirmations that play on repeat and play them while you're sleeping. Play them right before you go to sleep, right? And I know you guys that have been following me know I talk about this a lot, but I'm going to talk about it again because it friggin' works. As soon as you wake up and right before you go to sleep, if abundance is what you're trying to create, key in on that. Key in on that specifically. Before you go to sleep, visualize, think about, feel your bank account getting bigger and bigger. And feel and think about what it would feel like if you had no financial worries, if everything was taken care of, right? Those feelings, remember, a lot of it's tricking that subconscious mind into feeling like it's already here. When you wake up in the morning, make it intentional. People say they want to make more money, but you make your habits intentional, your mindset habits intentional around abundance, right? One tip I would have there too, and I got this from my mentor, Gage. It doesn't always have to be, I keep the word abundance because abundance can mean multiple things, or specifically what I'm trying to manifest, right? If you want a beautiful new home, focus on the beautiful new home. It can come to you in more ways than just with money, right? So something to note too, something to utilize also. There's a deep level of having faith and knowing and feeling that you're always protected, right? Because you are, right? Now, again, the world wants to put all this fear-based stuff into you like constantly, but that's kind of one of the major battles of life is faith over fear. Utilize affirmations that constantly reinforce that you're always protected, you're always safe, okay? One of the things that will help you from a financial perspective, utilizing energy, is understanding the laws of the universe. And one of them is what you put out there is what you get back. So a lot of people are programmed to think, what can I get out of this? What can I get out of this? What can I get out of this? What can I take, right? The most successful and wealthy people, especially in the conscious community, if you look, they're always in a mindset of giving, of serving, right? So, and there's no judgment either way. I'm just speaking from my experience. Start to change your thinking. Instead of what can I get out of this? How can I bring value to this situation or person? Anyone, any conversation you have, anyone you're meeting with or networking with, if you start with the mindset of bringing value with no expectation of anything in return. This is key, y'all. This is key. Okay, I'm talking more about the energetic laws of the universe in accordance with financial and monetary success. All right. Again, because of the financial mindset of lack, some of your first thoughts could be, what can I get out of this? How do I do this? How do I get this? You got to switch it into how can I serve? How can I bring value to this situation? And if you're networking or speaking with someone, Matthew Lehman is a person that does this amazingly. If you guys don't follow Matthew Lehman, he's a luxury real estate agent in Austin, an incredible human being too. What he does so well, and one of the many reasons he's very abundant. He's a good friend of mine. He sold my home. He's just an amazing soul, and he does a lot. But one of the things he does is he constantly looks to bring value to every conversation. He's like, how can I serve you? How can I bring value to you? What is something you're trying to do? And he looks for ways to connect people or to bring value. When you do that, the universe rewards you. It does. And, we're in such a world of like people trying to take. If you're someone, and the key is without expectation, y'all, that's the key. It's altruism. Coming back to altruism. How can I bring value without expecting anything in return. Because the reality is when you put that out there, you're going to get back so much more. When you're in a service mindset and you're serving without expectation, the universe rewards that, right? Now, that doesn't mean get walked all over, right? But continue to have the mindset of service, mindset of where and how can I bring value? Because one of the things that will absolutely screw you to the wall from a universal standpoint is entitlement. There's a big conditioned thing of people feeling entitled. I had to deal with that. Unfortunately, a guy that was a good friend of mine, unfortunately, I brought him in and gave him a really good opportunity, and there's no judgment in it, but as much potential as he had, the demon of entitlement got the best of him, and I had to let him go. And that was hard to do. But I'm telling you right now, entitlement is a very fast way to financial and mental poverty. Very fast. Very, very fast. Entitlement is the opposite of like gratitude, right? So be wary of the entitlement bug, because that will not lead you to that will energetically not lead you to financial success. So watch out for entitlement. Okay, it happens. It happens. It's okay to catch it, but just make sure you're aware and you catch that. Okay, so watch out for entitlement. Be in a mindset of service and bringing value. The feeling you feel when you spend money, be so conscious. Even if you're getting gas, be like, I'm so thankful for this gas. And again, what's the affirmation? What's the affirmation? Remember it? The money I spend comes back to me multiplied and from expected and unexpected sources. The money I spend comes back to me multiplied and from expected and unexpected sources. This shit works, y'all. You got to change the feeling and vibration of spending the money in the moment you do it, because there's so much fear that people don't realize they utilize there. They're just creating that, right? Yeah, I don't know who just commented because this app is not showing me, but yes, that's right. Thank you for saying it. I'm telling you, it's powerful. Utilize that. Okay. Yes, the money I spend comes back to me multiplied from expected and unexpected sources. That's right. Another trap that you've got to watch out for. Now, I'm talking about energetic stuff, y'all, because it's all energy. It's all mindset and energy. Again, this is why 94% of people that win the lottery go bankrupt, because it doesn't matter. I know it sounds crazy, but if a ton of money is dumped on you or you get an amazing job that makes a lot of money, if you don't fix the mindset programming, you're going to be in the same place. So this is the deeper shit. And the second you do this, your world opens up. Everything shifts. Everything changes. You're always going to be protected because you have the mindset the right way, right? So watch out for entitlement. Utilize those affirmations, change the vibration from fear to gratitude and abundance when you're spending, and watch out for jealousy. Watch out for it. And there's no judgment in this, but this is a little deep, so follow me on this, okay? When you see someone that is being successful or being in any way, shape, or form, because we're so conditioned for comparison, like we're conditioned so heavily to compare ourselves, right? So we got to overcome that conditioning too. But when you're conditioned for comparison, you see someone being successful, you're going to feel lower and there could be jealousy that comes up. The deeper problem with that is, think about what you're telling your subconscious mind. If you get jealous or you're comparing yourself, you're telling your subconscious mind you live in a world of limited resources. You're saying in your subconscious, because he or she is being successful, that means I can't be. Or because he or she is being successful, there's less for me. And the universe is abundant. There's unlimited resources. So you're cutting your legs off by doing that, y'all. And it's okay. There's no judgment in it. But watch out for that. It's all energetic. It's all subconscious. These things keep people in poverty. These things keep people paycheck to paycheck. It's energetic and the thought processes. So if you see yourself getting jealous, you see yourself comparing yourself, catch it. Don't judge yourself. Be gentle and loving with yourself, but catch it, right? One of the most powerful ways they hated it, but whenever I was running a national sales team in New York City, some of my reps would start to get jealous of the newer people that did well. And I would notice that. And all that will do is financially ruin the person that's getting jealous. That's all it does. So I would have them go up to the new people and congratulate them. I'd have them do it. I didn't care because I knew the second, and this is why it works. Again, it's all subconscious, right? The reason it works so well is when you, let's say you're jealous of this, you're jealous of someone, she's doing well, she's kicking ass, doing amazing, and you feel a little low and you feel jealous, right? It's okay. Don't judge yourself for it. Just catch it. When you go up to her and you say, wow, you're doing a great job, like awesome. Ask them advice. When you give them props, immediately the ego dies. You feel good. You're immediately going to feel good, and you're going to destroy the financial mindset of lack. You just switch from lack to abundance. And then you're telling your subconscious mind, I live in a universe of unlimited resources. What are you going to experience? More unlimited resources, a better chance at a promotion, money coming from somewhere you didn't expect. These things make a massive difference. 100%. Okay. So to overcome that little jealousy bug, go up to that person, he, she, well, like whoever it is, tell them they're doing a great job. Eat your ego and do that. You'll feel good because we're all wired for service, and we all, under the trauma and the conditioning, we are wired for service. You'll feel good, and then you make a great connection, and maybe they'll help you out with something anyway. Nothing but good comes from that, but you've got to watch out for the jealousy, because that will put your mindset in a mindset of lack, a mindset of limited resources, and that's what you'll experience. Don't fall into the mindset of lack, jealousy. Don't fall into entitlement. Again, those are energetic traps that will keep your income and the money coming into you low. Fix and adjust the feeling you feel when you spend money. Use that affirmation I mentioned. Use that affirmation. Wire that shit right into your head, y'all. It's powerful. Okay. There's a bunch more. I just wanted to go over a few things that have been massively impactful for me. The hundreds and hundreds of people that I've been blessed enough to train professionally and personally mentor, these things are massive. Okay, it doesn't happen overnight, but start getting these habits, these financial mindset habits in now, start implementing them, and you will see your financial life change. It's not physical. It's the non-physical. It's your thoughts and feelings. It's the universal laws. That's what it always is. Okay? So start implementing those. I would love to hear from you, hear how it goes. But those are some really good ways to start. I can go a lot deeper. There's multiple things. I could freaking write a book about this stuff because I've lived it and I've screwed it all up. So then I learned from screwing it up. So you don't have to screw it all up and then learn. But anyway, utilize those. I hope they go well. I would love to hear about it. And again, my 6-week container is going to be absolutely powerful. The 12 people that come into that, they're going to be 100% transformed at the end of the 6 weeks. I'm going to make sure of that. And conscious entrepreneurship, starting a conscious business and removing financial blocks is absolutely one of the main factors I'm going to be covering in my 6-week container. There's still 9 spots left. I was only taking 12 people because I want to go deep with each person and make sure they all get everything out of it. So there's 9 spots left starting December 15th. And yeah, Magical also, our next healing ceremony is February 3rd to 7th. And we have 12, so we have 9 spots available for that too. Any questions, hit me up. Much love to you all. I hope y'all have a great night. And remember, finances are all mindset. It's not the physical, it's the mindset. Do the work now. If you implement these things and do the financial work now, you'll be free. You'll be free. It's all programs. It's all programming. And you can break through the matrix's bullshit programming that's keeping you in a financial place you don't want to be in. And also, don't be afraid to spend on yourself. The best money I've ever spent is the development I've spent on myself, the healing stuff I've done for myself and my wife, and the personal development. The universe loves that because you're investing in yourself. All right. Y'all have a great night. Happy healing and much love.